interesting facts that you might have forgot or you never knew that used to be in Fnaf Ar. In the old days, the workshop used to be like this. Now, it's not very that important, but you could not have rotated any animatronics back then. But nowadays you can, and it has changed a lot. Now, this is something that a lot of people doesn't know, but it always happens whenever a character gets added. There's a bug, or there is something that Illumix changes it a week later. Like, for example, Toy Bonnie just charges quickly and ends the fight when you just enter it. Mangle drops apart, but she really doesn't drop anything. Ballora's music stops later on in the fight, but then Illumix changes it a week later, so it repeats half of the song. And Jacko Bonnie's textures were not lighting up at all, and also like he was completely silent. And it goes on and on with others, but we don't know what will happen. I think it can still happen until we get a future character in April, perhaps, but we have low hopes. Now, there was an old and original bug, and it is the dark room glitch. Now, this is not really a bug, but it was an old-fashioned one, which is where an arcade mayhem animatronic shows up at your house, and you're in your workshop, and the whole entire room, like the background, is darker than it was, just like VR and high scores. And that used to be an old one that does not happen anymore because you have to go straight to the battle. So, RIP. Now, this one is one for two characters, and it is Circus Baby and Balloon Boy. Now, the reason why is because they had a lot of changes with Baby's charge and Balloon Boy's haywire. Balloon Boy used to have the Freddy haywire in early access. That got removed and it was absolutely nothing. And then he had his normal haywire added. And while that Circus Baby had grunts in her charging, but then that got like removed and it was absolutely just her footsteps. But then 8-Bit Baby came into the game and she was absolutely silent, and Illumix chose that for 8-Bit Baby, but they gave the echo to Circus Baby. So you know what, the echo noise in the background with a lot of animatronics like Endo, Bonnie, Chica, Freddy, stuff like that. And they had that, and she had that, so that's mainly the reason why. And it's kind of forgettable, but that's why it's in number 7. So, ever since Illumix has started to make their first ever skin, Shamrock Freddy, inspired by Freddy Frostbear, he was added actually too early, and he was a wild character. Because, like, you could find him around streak 11, or something like that, as his aggression. Now, this was kind of a bug. He was added too early before the St. Patrick's Day even started. Now, this happened with Easter and Chocolate. They didn't get added too early, but when their event ended, there was a bug that that normal Bonnie was Chocolate and Easter Bonnie. Now, in this one, this is kind of something that's true, and one that's stupid that I added, but hear me out. When Freddy Frostbear first came out, and you had him full, you gotta hide, because everyone used to like beg for him. They would crave for him in the past, like, because his design is cool and everything. He was people's target, like main target out of all. And then people started to beg for him to become permanent ever since Toy Chica became permanent. So that's something very interesting. But that was a demand, and it was our first blast from the past. And that's forever gone now. Alright, so this one is one for skins, and is skin changing this time. So it's not characters, and it's not for AI, it's for models. And it is for Easter Bonnie. So Easter Bonnie used to actually have light green eyes, but then a week later, Illumix changed them to blue. And I say I do not really like the blue one. In my opinion, the green fits it more. It actually had purple in the teaser, or red. And then when it first came out, it was green, and then they changed it to blue. So he had too many, he had 3 eye color change. But that's the ones that we gotten. So this one is an interesting one, and it is about Golden Freddy and Mangle. And it is some, noises and voice lines that are in the game, and they have some Easter eggs in it. For Golden Freddy, there is an Easter egg of a man laughing sinisterly and a child screaming, which definitely means that it's William Afton and Cassidy. And then it still goes on, but that was a half of it, and it was kind of an Easter egg. Let me show you what it is. As you can see, it has so many Easter eggs. Basically, we can hear that William Afton is killing Cassidy. As you know what I mean, like how Cassidy died to William and all that. I believe that's like a flashback, because you can hear the cling clang, and it always happens mainly at the first when you just enter a fight, and it's like an Easter egg, but it was not the full thing, it was half of it. And yeah, now the next one is Mangle.
There now, this won't hurt at all. There now, this will hurt a lot.
Now the reason why I brought this up is that you can hear the second one. Like, the first one, it says, there now, this won't hurt at all. And the second one says, there now, this will hurt a lot. And you can clearly hear a static and distorted voice. And I believe that could be the endo head that Mangle has. And this voice line, I think I heard it pretty much. I'm not sure. I haven't checked it yet. I think it's not like a scrapped voice line. can only find it in the files. I think I heard this pretty much, and it doesn't have the full thing, and that's why it's cut out, so that's why I brought it up. So, in this one, this is gonna be another character change one, and it was Toy Chica. Yes, the Toy Chica animatronic. Because in the past, she used to be very easy. Now, most of you know this, or some of you know this, that she used to be easy, and then when she got added, she was very hard now. Like, that she got buffed up a bit. But something that you guys didn't really know, a lot of people didn't pay attention, but she actually had a small profile icon. No, not the ones that you get from daily gifts, the ones that just appear in your map. You can see the icon. Toy Chica's was very small compared to others, and I gotta say that one kind of is very cool and cute at the same time. But then it got larger sized, and it's what it is now when she got permanent. Alright everyone, we made it to the last one, and last but not least, facts that you didn't know or you might have forgot that was in Fnaf Ar is, drumroll please, some of you may not own drums, but whatever, is the withering on the animatronics while in the fight. And oh my gosh, I gotta say, I missed that. I really like that. You can that only appears when you lure an animatronic or you just battle. Now, some didn't care, which made them forget about it. Stuff like that. Some of you may just be alright. Some of you may never knew that this was happening. Friend Sense never had it. But ever since the Halloween event, the gameplay update, it removed that, and that completely was sad for me. But I was alright, and OG Fnaf Ar players know this. So, yeah. Now, that's all the facts that I know that was in Fnaf Ar. It was very hard to choose the ones. It was very hard to find the perfect ones. And I hope this video was good, because this is kind of my first ever video that, like, one of my important ones. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video, everyone. And give it a thumbs up. And it was a good break. I took a good break from YouTube. I'll start posting more, but I won't post a lot because I have school. But and I am very glad to be back to YouTube, and I'm excited to see what will be coming to Fnaf Ar. I really hope that this gameplay update can be important. Bye guys.